You're now listening to the Sacred Soul Podcast. Hi, and welcome to Fireplace Readings, my new addition to the Sacred Soul Podcast, where I sit in person with one of my clients to connect them to their loved ones in spirit. My intention with Fireplace Readings is to expel the narrative that we have here in society that says that mediumship is scary, or it's taboo, or it's evil. And I really want to bring in the narrative that it can be a conduit for healing and hope in a way that can really support somebody on their grief journey. So I hope that you enjoy and listen with compassion. Hi, thank you so much for being here with me today. How are you?
Good.
Good. I'm so excited. I know that you're probably here to connect to somebody specific, but because this is a personal, in-depth, especially in-person session, there could be different spirit people that come forward for you. It could be your freaking great grandma that you don't really care about that will come through. Just let her say hi if she comes through.
Okay.
Could be people that you're not expecting, childhood friends, could be your great aunt. It could be anybody. So just really allow yourself to be open to anyone who wants to come through and give a message. Okay, so let's go ahead and start now. As I begin to move into the energy here, I do feel really calm. I feel really calm, and I feel this sense of you're safe, you're safe, you're safe. And I actually begin to see physically your husband standing right next to you here on your right hand side, and he's holding hands on your shoulders, and he's leaning and giving you a kiss, and he's saying you're safe, and he's saying, baby, I got you, I got you. He's like, you have nothing to worry about. And for some reason, he's showing me a blue bow tie. He looks dressed up in a tuxedo. Would you guys have just had your anniversary of marriage just past or quickly approaching?
Not marriage, but our anniversary of meeting.
Ah, beautiful. So this is his way of acknowledging that. And would that have been in the month of March, or would there be a significance? April. He's bringing me to the month of March. Would that be a significance to you?
His mom's birthday's in March, and his brother's birthday is also in March.
Wonderful. So this is his way of acknowledging happy birthday to mom and brother. And then he also acknowledges a sister, or somebody like a sister to him. And I almost feel this woman to be connected to you. I almost feel like it might be her.
Probably my sister-in-law, Paige.
Wonderful. So holding on to that, I do feel here with him that he's coming closer to me now. So just give me 1 second here as he moves in. I keep hearing him say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And he gives me this feeling of bringing me to the time of his passing. And I do feel the energies start to drop, and he snaps in my face like this, and it's very quick. It's very unexpected. And he says, I wasn't supposed to be gone. I was still supposed to be here. It feels very unexpected. And with this, I begin to have lots of chills, and my body starts to get really activated. So I know that this is very outside of himself. It feels almost accidental is what I want to say.
Yes.
Would there be travel or distance between you two?
So we flew up to New Jersey.
Okay.
For Christmas.
Okay.
But the accident happened in New Jersey, but we were living in Florida.
Oh, okay, so there's distance from where he lives and where he passes. Okay, that's what the travel connection is there. Do you understand that he would take responsibility for his own passing or the circumstances surrounding his passing?
So we didn't see it happen, but we saw it once it did happen. So we don't know how it happened, but once we got outside, we obviously saw what happened.
Oh.
But we don't know how it started, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, give me 1 second here. Move closer to me, my love. Oh yeah, he's, I can see him, he's kind of avoiding answering the question.
Yep.
He's like, I don't really want to talk about it. I feel like in life he would have been the type of person, he doesn't want the drama, he doesn't want to talk about things that are heavy. And also he said that you're mad at him. So it's okay. He's like, I'm scared to tell her because she's gonna be mad at me. Does that make sense to you?
Probably. Yeah.
Would you understand a connection to head trauma? Okay. It's hard for him to talk about it, is what I want to say, because he says it was hard for you to find him like this.
Yeah, it was pretty traumatic.
Would there be connection to gunshot wound?
Not a gunshot. No.
Okay, but
It sounded like a gunshot.
Because he just said to me, pow, pow.
Yeah.
Pow, like an explosion or something.
Yes. Gas
so was
can
it
explosion.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my love. Oh, no wonder he's giving me the pow feeling.
I thought it was a gunshot when I heard it. So.
I'm so sorry.
And then we saw, obviously.
He literally just said to me, I was being dumb. And he's laughing. So with this feeling, I don't think that he does this to himself on purpose. It really does feel like an accident. I don't know if he was trying to be like a daredevil or something. Was he kind of daredevil-y?
He was, but he was just outside at night. He actually wanted me to join him, and I didn't feel like going, and I really think it was my intuition telling me to not go outside.
Yeah.
And I just didn't realize it at the time.
Yeah.
He definitely was a daredevil, but he kind of calmed down once we got together.
Yeah.
So, but like we really don't know what happened. I mean, it was really cold that night.
Oh, my love.
So I don't know if like the gas expanded or
He makes me feel like he was doing something. Like, I don't know if he was too close to the thing.
that's what I'm thinking.
He's like busy doing something or trying to.
I think he might have knocked the can down by accident.
Yeah, it feels like an accident. It feels like that wasn't even something in his mind. But was he having a can of beer? Because he shows me sitting and there's a can of beer.
Oh, yeah.
And he feels like he's alone. He feels like he's alone.
Yeah, he was.
Let me see here. Were you guys like at your grandma's house or something?
My parents' house.
Okay. It feels like I'm at somebody's like parents' house, like I'm visiting. Let me see here. Side note, would you happen to have like a grandmother or somebody in spirit, female, breast cancer?
Maybe she did have breast cancer before, like way before she passed.
Yeah, I feel like there's some issue of the breast that would have been a significant ailment in her life.
I think so.
That's
I'm
okay.
pretty sure.
Just holding on to that because I do feel a grandmother here connected to you as well. And I don't know, she keeps showing me like big boobies. I don't know if she like had...
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Maybe that's the boobie connection there. I keep saying, show me her big old boobies. So she's here and she feels really funny and she feels really lighthearted. Like she wants to come in and make you laugh and she wants to give you a big hug and she's hugging you right now and she's saying, baby girl, it's gonna be okay. And she says, give my baby girl a big kiss, and she's going to your daughter and wanting to like love and hold her so tight. And then I have your hubby coming back in like, hey, it's my turn. Let me talk, let me talk. He's like, she wanted this to talk to me. And then it's almost like they have a cute friendship here in the spirit world. Like they kind of have this like sarcastic relationship.
I had a feeling that was gonna happen. He never got to meet her because she passed way before we met, but they're so much alike.
I love that.
Like,
they feel like best friends over here in the spirit world. Let me see, going back over here to your husband, and he says, if you feel like you want to explore romance away from our divine love and connection. He's laughing because he's like, I didn't say divine love. He's like, I would never say that. But it feels like that. It feels like that. He's like, I'm okay with that. He says, I want you to be happy even if it's not with me. He's like, I'm still here. Nobody can take my spot. He's like, I'm the best dad. And also, was he like covered in tattoos or did he have like lots of tattoos?
No, he had one tattoo, but he was planning to get like a bunch.
Oh, okay. Because he shows me like right here in the spirit world, he's got all these tattoos. He's like fulfilling all of the things that he wanted for himself. And that feels really strong and significant. Also, would you have a tattoo for him or would there be like a matching tattoo?
I have this one for him.
I love that. It's beautiful.
And then I also got his initial on my
I love that. It's
wedding
beautiful.
finger.
Please know that he acknowledges that, he knows that. And he wants you to know that he loves you. And he says, tell her that I'm okay. Tell her that I love her and I'm okay. And also, I don't know if your daughter was just using bubbles or blowing bubbles or something with bubbles.
Yes, because she loves bubbles.
Yeah, he's talking about seeing her with the bubbles and that he's playing with her all of the time. And, okay, what? Does your daughter want like a weird pet, like a weird pet?
She's been obsessed with birds. Like watching birds in the sky, she like screams, and I was like telling my mom, like I think it was yesterday. I was like, Mom, I should just get her a bird. She freaking loves birds.
I love that. I was like, he's talking about her having a pet. It's not a cat, it's not a dog, it's like a different, unique type of like pet that you would have that most people don't. And also she shows me lots of alligators around you. That would be the connection to Florida. You'd see that there?
Yes.
And he shows me lots of fish around him. Like he likes to fish, he likes to be around water. And
after he passed away, I actually decided to go fishing. Like I go fishing like at least 3 times a week.
I love that. And you do that for him.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And he shows me a big birthday cake. Would there be a significant birthday that he needs to acknowledge? Yours, his, or your daughter's? Or his mom's, actually, now that he's saying this.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be for her.
Wonderful. And then he shows me handwritten letters. Do you understand the connection to handwritten letters? Sometimes Spirit will show me this connection to jail or prison as well.
He used to work at a jail.
Perfect. That's his way of acknowledging the connection to the jail. Do you know somebody named Michael?
It's my brother.
Wonderful. Giving a shout out to Michael. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Do you have his watch, like a gold watch or a specific piece? It feels like a piece of jewelry.
I bought him a watch for Christmas like 2-3 years ago.
Wonderful. And then also he smells really good. He's like showing me his cologne. Do you have his cologne or wear his cologne?
I actually have it in my car.
Wonderful. He knows about that, my love. He knows about that. Also, would there be like birds or balloons, something released into the sky for him at one point?
We were talking about doing balloons, but we didn't end up getting to do it.
That's okay.
But we did sprinkle his ashes into the ocean.
Wonderful. And that's why he kept talking about the water. He shows me this big body of water and that he loves to be around that. Even if you didn't do the balloons, that's just his way of acknowledging, like, I hear you guys. I know what's going on. I see everything that's happening here. And he wants to give a big hug to his baby girl because he says that she is just a princess and she's also feisty. Yeah. And she has a little 13-year-old attitude.
Oh, yes, she does.
And is she like obsessed with like Mickey Mouse? I know lots of kids are, but there's like Mickey obsession.
Yes.
Okay. Were you thinking of making her Mickey Mouse pancakes or like different shaped pancakes or something?
Yes.
Wonderful. He's just acknowledging here that he loves the type of mother that you are. He says, I know it's been so hard for you without me being there. He says, but I need you to know that you're the most incredible mother. And he says, I'm so proud of you for being able to still uphold your motherly duties and still be a strong mom for our daughter and still having to go through so much pain. And he says, it's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to feel vulnerable and to feel sad. And he's like, you're not alone in this. He says, I know that you feel alone and I know that you're needing more support and I want to be here to show you that. He's like, but you just have to let me in a little bit. And then also, do you have a connection to a black butterfly or something?
Well, this is black.
Ah, wonderful, the black butterfly. I love that. And then he places lots of rainbows. Do you understand the connection to rainbows?
I constantly see rainbows all the time.
Wonderful.
And every time I see them, I take a picture of them.
I love that. He knows that that's your way of saying like, oh, is that you? Is that you? So he's giving you those rainbows as a sign that it is him. Did you recently just find your guys' wedding vows or something with the wedding vows?
I actually did go back on Facebook Live. Somebody that was at the wedding recorded our vows, and I have a bear that says his vows in it.
I love that. Babe, I love that. He's acknowledging that he knows that you're listening to the wedding vows, and he says, never forget what I said. Never forget what I said. He said, I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to protect you. And he says, no more bullshit. He's like, no more bullshit. Stop messing with people who are just creating more stress in your life. He says, it's okay to cut people out, even if it hurts. He's like, you don't need any more pain. You don't need to carry any more burden on your shoulder. You have enough going on, he says. Also, are you planning to move to a different house? Are there something with like moving?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Do you have a connection to Canada?
He used to live in Canada.
Ah, okay. That's what I felt. I'm like, he has a connection. He's showing me like Canadian money. I don't even know if Canadian money is different.
Oh my goodness. Before he moved to the new house, before he passed away, in this drawer he had Canadian money.
Ah, okay.
When he used to live there.
Oh, that makes sense. I'm like, why are you showing me all this money? I almost felt like, did you collect it? But I was unsure. So that's his way of just acknowledging little things that he did in his parts of his personality. And he just makes me feel like he's a very creative person. He's very like artsy, artistic, creative. And he says that he's lending that to his daughter. Would she be really into painting and art and drawing?
Oh yeah, she loves to like scribble everything.
I love that. And also, let me see here. Do you understand the connection to volunteering at a soup kitchen or volunteering to give people food? Would your grandmother have done this or somebody in...
Yes, my grandmother would have done that, yeah.
Oh, okay, because I feel her. She's like trying to come
yeah,
in.
She's nosy too.
Does your daughter love cake pops or would there be a connection to cake pops?
Shut up. Okay, on the way here, driving from Florida to Dallas, we stopped at a Starbucks and I ordered my daughter a freaking cake pop.
I love that.
Literally 2 days ago.
I love that, babe. He's with you, I'm telling you. And your grandma's with you too. They want you to know that they're with you, like in the car, when you're driving, when you're, cooking yourself some pancakes. Like they're there in the most mundane moments where we think that they're not watching us. Mm-hmm. He's absolutely there with you. He's like, I love you. And he says, there's a part of me, he's showing me his human self, his embodied self. He's like, there's a part of me that that I think that you're connected to, that maybe you see him as being heartbroken or feeling betrayed or feeling like, well, what the fuck about us? It's like that kind of thing, because it's his personality, right? And he's like, that's my human self. He's like, I'm more than my body. I am more than my jealousy. I'm more than all of that shit. He's like, I'm a spirit. I'm a soul. And he says, I am so much more expanded now. And he says, I want you to know that I'm not holding on to any jealousy. I'm not holding on to any doubt, any fear with our connection. He's like, I know that I am no longer here. And you can't touch me. You can't have sex with me, sorry. You can't do these things with me, even though you want to. He says, because I know you have dreams about it. And he's like, I give you those dreams. He's like, because I love you and I want us to have that intimacy. And now we have to have it in a different way, he says. And he says, it's okay that your body yearns for that with somebody else. He's like, I'm not mad at you. He says, you deserve to live a life of pure fucking happiness. He said the F word.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
Pure happiness, my love. He wants that for you. Why are you showing? You guys are dancing together. Like, you guys are dancing like a country song or something. Do you understand?
Yes,
dancing?
that was our wedding song.
Oh, I love this. Because he's showing you guys dancing to a country song, and he's like, this will never cease to exist. Our love is eternal, he says. It will never, ever, ever die. He's like, no matter how much I annoy you, he's like, I will never leave. And then, do you understand the connection to horses? Or like wanting to go horseback riding?
Yes.
Or something?
He used to go horseback riding before I met him, and then
Wonderful.
I love to go
Wonderful.
horse riding.
I love that. So he's just bringing through, I feel like he wants you to do that. He says, I want her to go dancing. I want her to go fishing. I want her to have a beer. I want her to go horseback riding. I want her to do all the things that we could have done together and that we did together. He's like, I want her to embrace life and all of it. He says, because it's really hard for you to talk about him. It's hard for you to even think about him. Sometimes maybe you try to avoid it. When it comes up, it's like, oh, okay, let me wash the dishes. Let me do something to distract myself.
Yeah.
And he says, I don't want to be the source of pain. I want to be the source of connection, he says.
Right.
And he's like, I know it's hard right now, but you're getting there. He's like, one step at a time, one day at a time, you're getting there. It'll all make sense to you, he says. Well, who's talking? Hold on. Sorry, my love. Who's talking to me? Nana. Okay. She's like, me. She said, tell her that I saw her give birth. I saw her give birth. And she's showing you, like, would there be like complications around your giving birth?
I had to be induced, and I had preeclampsia. So.
Okay, that's what it feels like. There's some sort of
lots of
a worry around giving birth.
Yeah, and then when I was pushing her out, the cord was wrapped around her neck 3 times.
Okay.
So they had to get the vacuum out and like
hurry
up and get her out.
Lots of complications around birth, and she's like, tell her that I was there, and she's like, I was protecting you. Like, she's like, that's all me. She's like, you're welcome. She's so sweet. She feels really vibrant. She's got this loud, vibrant,
Italian.
Oh my God, she just loves you so much. She loves you so much. So she shows me birthday balloons as well. So this feels either connected directly to her or to you. Birthday balloons that would have just passed. Give me 1 second here. Would her husband, hold on. Okay, can you guys stand with me? Give me 1 second here. Okay, do you have a Will or a William or Williams in the spirit world? First or last name?
That would be my dad's dad. He passed away before I was even born.
Ah, okay. Because
my dad is the junior.
Wonderful. So he's coming through.
Okay.
Kind of to give a shout out here. And then he also, okay, let me see here. Would there be a younger male living that carries the name, not your dad, there's a grandson or 2 generations beneath?
So my brother has the middle name William.
Perfect. So shout out to your brother from...
His birthday was in February, end of February. I totally forgot.
I love it. So that's the way of giving a happy birthday to your brother, giving him a lot of love. Do you have a connection to New York City?
He went to New York City for his 21st birthday.
Wonderful.
And he loved it.
Wonderful. Because it feels happy and exciting around this time in New York City. It feels like a good memory. Why are you showing me a spoon? Like a baby spoon. Dude.
She constantly carries around this little spoon all the time.
I'm like, why are you showing me a little baby spoon?
Yes, she like loves silverware, like utensils.
Oh my god, I love that. Babe, he's so present with her. And then also, she's really connected to fish or something, like rainbow fish or...
She loves watching, like I'll take her out while I'm fishing and she'll sit in the stroller on the dock.
I love that.
And when I catch them, she gets so excited.
I love that. I love that. Okay, hold on here. There's something with water, swimming, and it's the feeling of like I saved somebody in the water. Does that make sense?
Could this have to be due with his like passing in some way? Because what happened was when the accident happened, because we were in New York, we have a pool, and he jumped in the pool. However, the pool was completely frozen. So I jumped into the pool and patted him out.
I'm so sorry.
The fire on him. So
the feeling that he gave me was like being saved in the water. I feel like it might be connected to his passing and just giving a little bit of, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please know that he's okay and he's not carrying any sort of pain. And I know that you know that he is totally at peace. He's obviously here. He's happy. He loves you. He's excited to see where your life goes. And he's going to very much be a part of that, just in a different way. Okay?
Absolutely.
I love you. He loves you. Your grandma is obsessed with you, and she loves you so much. And also, your grandpas are here too, very, very, very proud of you, and they love your husband here. It's like almost like your family wants you to know that they love that you married this man, that he was such a good catch, and that everything is still going to be okay moving forward, though. There's so many more blessings and opportunities for love for you.
Absolutely.
So don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and leave you with that there. But thank you so much,
thank
my
you.
love. Let's give you a hug. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for being vulnerable and for letting me connect you with him.
Of course. This session was absolutely amazing. I love Alex so much, and I felt a lot of comfort and calmness, and it was overall just so relaxing and very raw and vulnerable, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend mediumship for people who are looking to get some type of closure. It's nice to be able to connect with that and get that validation. I feel like everybody should get a mediumship reading as long as you're open to receiving.